everybody, Joe Lowry, what a day, hump day, that's right, the week's middle finger, as I like to call it. We're halfway there, folks, the weekend is almost near. Today is October 12th, National Vermont Day, that's right. Happy Green Mountain Day to everybody up there, and has anyone seen fall lately? That's right, folks. Can I put the air conditioners away, at least for now, please? Anyone? Anyway, else, the big news out of Fenway today is the firing of Red Sox manager John Farrell. That's right, just 2 days after the Red Sox ended their season, Sox brass dropped the hammer on Farrell today. Farrell was at the helm for the Sox for 5 years, winning the World Series back in 2013 and garnering the AL East title 3 times. I guess the Sox GM Dave Dombrowski felt that he gave his manager an extra year to turn things around. Even though the Red Sox did win the AL East 2 years in a row, in both years they couldn't even make it past the first round. Not good. And the Red Sox brass ultimately felt it was time to move on. Well, personally, I think it's a good move. Farrell was a good manager. I mean, he's been with us since the Francona era and days, and I'm sure he'll land graciously somewhere else. But as for now, this is GM Dave Dombrowski's team, and he will rebuild it as he sees fit. I can see a big bat coming our way soon, as well as pitchers, and rumors are already circulating about a possible push to acquire the Florida Marlins Giancarlo Cruz Stanton. Imagine that. He only hit 59 home runs this year. What the heck, right? Well, anyways, best of luck to John Farrell, and we're just 16 weeks away from till pitchers and catchers report. Anyways, okay. Moving on to Foxborough now. Very concerning news there. Actually, maybe very alarming news soon, as Tom Brady is now officially playing hurt. And can you blame him? He's been sacked more times this year than all of last season. TB12 was diagnosed with a sprained left shoulder, and this injury appears to be legitimate, folks. He will not be 100% against the Jets this weekend, even though they are favored by 8.5 points. I find this a bit more concerning. That's right. He can't afford to take another hit. That's it, period. We need to find some players who can block this guy. Is that too much to ask for? Can we get 5 guys whose main purpose in life for the next 12 weeks is to not let Brady get hit? This is the big game for the division this upcoming weekend. We can't afford to lose Brady. Tons of injuries across the NFL. You see it every day. Before it's too late, the Patriots need to win this divisional weekend. Let's just not hope it doesn't come at a price. That's right, folks. I'm looking at my fingers because it's so hot in the studio still. Anyways, Bruins wrap up their home series against the Avalanche tonight in Colorado. Puck drops at 9:30. And it looks like the NFL is now taking a stand against players kneeling during the national anthem. No pun intended. That's right. With the recent letter from the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell asking all teams to put the anthem protest in the rearview mirror and to move on, now the NFL owners are seeking resolution in hopes of rewriting the NFL rule for players to stand during the national anthem. That's right. Right now, the NFL rubric asks that players, they ask players to stand. They do not require them. Of course, all this stuff is in the collective bargaining agreement, and hopefully they can work something out. You know, what is the big deal? National anthem, just stand. I mean, that's what I did. That's what we all do. Well, moving on now. The death toll has now climbed to 17 as the wildfires in Northern California are taking its toll. Sonoma Valley as well as Napa Valley have been hit very hard by these horrendous wildfires. In some cases, firefighters had to sacrifice a house just to save another house. This is crazy. Neighborhoods have been wiped out. I don't know about you, but to me, these recent natural disasters are just alarming. If it's not a hurricane, then it's an earthquake. If it's not an earthquake, it's a wildfires. I mean, come on. I am afraid, though, the Northeast will pay their dues this winter. Long-term meteorologists came out yesterday predicting more snow than average in the Northeast, as well as sub-zero temperatures. I mean, I don't know what to make of this. This is just incredible. Anyways, breaking news out of the WWE. Superstar and king of the cruiserweights, Neville, has reportedly walked out of the WWE after reportedly not having to appear in Monday Night Raw. He was supposed to wrestle Enzo Amore. Now, folks, if you've not been following this, Enzo Amore beat Neville at SummerSlam for the Cruiserweight title, and this does not sit well with a lot of people, especially backstage. Neville did not show up last night on 205 Live. He does not like the direction the WWE is taking him, and not only with his character, but Enzo's character as well, with the recent revelations coming out. Also, Enzo Amore, right now, taking a lot of heat backstage. This is not rumors, folks. This is true. He's taking his character, and he's moving it backstage, and it's hurting a lot of people backstage. It's not helping well right now. Of course, this is a fluid situation. This story could change any time. Right now, that breaking news on WWE, Neville, superstar, cruiserweight, king of the cruiserweights, is not with the WWE at this time. Well, we all remember that disturbing video back in July when Salt Lake detective Jeff Payne handcuffed nurse Alex Wobbles and placed her in a police car when she refused to allow officers to obtain a blood sample from a crash victim at the hospital without a warrant. Remember that video, folks? Well, the video shows Wobbles screaming for help as she stopped and he forced her out the door, dragged her to the police car. Well, that detective has been fired. Finally, he's out. Done. Gone. Relieved from duty. That's right. Last month, an internal investigation found Payne and his watch commander, Lieutenant James Tracy, violated policies when they arrested the nurse. Payne's attorney said that the Salt Lake City Police Department dismissed his client and demoted Tracy to the rank of police officer. Police Chief Mike Brown notified Payne of his termination letter yesterday. Attorney Craig Scotta said the police department declined to comment on the disciplinary action, but Salt Lake City's mayor applauded the firing, and so do I. If you haven't seen that video, it's disgusting. Horrible display of brutality. Moving on now. A painting once brought for $60. That's right, $60 to go under the hammer, billed as the greatest artistic rediscovery of the 21st century. Get this, folks. Leonardo Da Vinci's Salvator Mundi was unveiled at Christie's New York auction house today and is expected to fetch $100 million. That's right, $100 million when it goes on sale in November. Now, in case you didn't know this, but the Salvator Mundi is the holy grail of master paintings. That's right. Long known to have existed and long sought after, it seemed just a tantalizing, unattainable dream until now. Da Vinci painted the image of Jesus Christ at about the same time as the Mona Lisa. This was back in about 1500. And it adorned the walls of royal palaces before disappearing towards the end of the 18th century. By the time the painting resurfaced in 1900, its origins had been forgotten, and then sometime in 1958, it sold at a Christie's auction for $60. How did they know back then it was $60 and now it's $100 million? I don't get it. Before finally being identified as Da Vinci's work in 2011, Salvator Mundi will travel to exhibitions in Hong Kong, San Francisco, London, and New York before going up for auction on November 15th. What is that? $60 in 1958 to $100 million now. What is the markup? This is unbelievable. Anyways, finally, folks, North Quincy High School class of 1987 30th reunion is upon us. That's right, folks. I'm not saying it's near. It's upon us. We are just weeks away until the big one, folks. When? Friday, November 24th at the Elks Terrell Room, the Quincy Lodge of Elks up on Corey Street. If you're from Quincy, you know where it's at. If you don't know where it's at, you know where it's at. Anyways, music, DJ, trivia, dancing, videos, fun games, you name it, it's happening. Visit us, North Quincy High School 87 Facebook page. It's NQHS 87. If you're on Facebook, if you type in NQH, it pops up automatically. You can even purchase your tickets. That's right, Laura Barry is waiting for you to purchase the tickets. She's waiting there patiently. You cannot miss out. And again, folks, you gotta visit my What a Day page, www.youtube.com/Joe Lowry What a Day. You gotta visit. It's free. Just hit subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell everybody, your mother, father, sister, brother, anybody who's associated with you. Just hit subscribe. It's free. Well, I'm out of here, folks. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my hump day. The week's middle finger. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.